Take 300 pesos and I want to go up to the Fruteria. I think we need more eggs. Toronja. Okay. Uno. I told y'all we would do it. I told you we would get mics. Hope I'm coming in clear. But today I'm going to do something different. I want to do a video about kind of the cost of things. Becca sent me to the store to grab some eggs. So instead of taking the motorcycle, I'm going to walk and have some more personal time to just talk about living in Mexico, how long we've been here, just the things that I've noticed, and one-on-one time. So you can see our house all the way back there, yeah. And if you haven't seen that video, that's probably one of our more popular ones where I go through and walk through our house, show you all our stuff. We rent a house, make sure I got my keys, unfurnished, well semi actually, because they left the oven. I think that was about it. It was an oven, so it's semi-furnished. There's my bike right there. I need to do a whole video on that as well. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Cam. You know, I have a daughter, Nina. We have a son, Julian, who was born out here. If you haven't seen that video, check that out as well. I want to take 300 pesos and I want to go up to the Fruteria, which is basically like smaller, more local grocery store, and just get some eggs, maybe a few things. Let's see what 300 pesos gets us. But then we'll also talk about some other things, like why are we in Mexico in the first place? It's probably a good place to start. So we came out here and we actually left America 6 years ago now, because we thought that we probably have a better time. We wanted to experience the world. You know, as parents, we wanted to make sure that we knew enough about ourselves to teach our kids. So we left to see, you know, what the world would show us, and it's shown us so much. I mean, so many places we've been. If you don't know, and if you haven't seen our video where we talk about all the places we've been, we started in Bali, which wasn't great. And then we went to Indonesia, we went to China, we went to Vietnam, Thailand. Yeah, we did the whole like Southeast Asia thing. Yeah, anyway, Mexico. We ended up in Mexico after Canada and some other situations, other places. We were here to support some of our friends who were having their kid, so we like to be around for that. So we came to support them in having their kid, and they gave birth to their first son, and they left. They went to Mexico City, but we really liked Merida. We thought, as far as what we would want for our family, our daughter, the community out here, which is the biggest part of why Merida is such a great place to live. And cost of living is not bad. It's not better than Vietnam, I'll say that. And there's probably a bunch of other places where the cost of living is better. It's definitely getting more and more expensive. So we have thought about leaving and going someplace else. But it's good as far as if you have the financial situation to support it. There's honestly probably no better place. There's no place that I could say 100% our daughter would have a great childhood. Our kids would have a great childhood. And here I can say that. So there's no place that I could say that. I mean, Vietnam, yeah, it'd be an interesting one. And, you know, it'd be a unique experience. But I feel like Merida is just such a family-oriented city. We can find whatever school we like. I mean, you sit and you take the time, you can find whatever house you like. You know, you can find so many different combinations of things. And if you're not rushed, then, I mean, really, you can find whatever you want. You can really create whatever you want out here. So if you want to start a business, or if you want to start like, I don't know, like book club or just something, the community is just so vast and so supportive, you could find it out here. Like even just look, like this place right here, you come out on Saturdays, they have like flag football, they have soccer games, they have all kind of stuff. So I'm sure that this is just one of the many places. If you've been to La Plancha before, you know that they have all these parks. It's just a beautiful experience. Like if you want to buy a new car, if you want to buy a used car, I mean, it's so many different price ranges. If you want to buy a house, what I'm saying is basically there's opportunity to do whatever it is you want. And a lot of times people don't want to leave their current situation to find something better. And the Fruteria is right up there. Oh, look at this car right here. Looks like they might be fixing it. It's pretty awesome. But the cool thing about these neighborhoods is you will find like coffee shops in them. So the Fruteria is right up there. We're actually gonna take a little bit of a detour because I wanna show you some of the houses out here too. So yeah, you can see little places like that, little shops. What is this? Let me open this up so we can see. Yeah. And we actually did a walkthrough of one of the houses out here. I think currently somebody else is living there, but when our friends did live here, we did a walkthrough of this house. And you can see just the neighborhood of Monte Cristo. We're also near Alta Brisa, so if you don't know about Alta Brisa, that's the mall. And that area has a couple other things in it too. There's a Walmart. All right, we went blank for a minute. But yeah, look at the architecture in some of these houses. Some of these might even still be available, but then you also have like just the open space of the city. Still a lot of nature, still a lot of trees, a lot of green. And if you just listen, I don't know if the audio is picking up, but there's just always these like bird sounds. There's a particular sound that Merida has. It's very, very unique to this experience. It's this one particular bird and it's black. And you always hear it, like even just now. Oh, look, an iguana. Hopefully we don't alarm him. Let's see if we can see him up close. Oh no, he's getting scared. Whoa. Well, that was pretty cool. But let's get on. Let's mosey on down to the Fruteria. Oh, and that's one of the things I didn't talk about is the safety aspect. Merida's safest place I've ever been. I've been to some pretty terrible spots. Like, a lot of people think that the world is dangerous. Well, let me say not a lot of people. A lot of Americans feel like the world is dangerous. And there are places that are, but it's just like any city in America you're going to find crime. You're going to have to, pay attention. But for the most part, it's been safe. It's been a lot safer than, America for me, where I was living, and the things that I've seen. It's like, what is this? It's a lot. And I think that the people that I've met in these places have been so kind and so, oh snap, we passed it. That's it right there. Okay, let's go back. But yeah, the people have been kind. And even the people who aren't from there necessarily, like, not necessarily the expats that I've met, some of them have been pretty interesting. But that's where you get that weirdness is from people who come from other places with the prejudice or the odd comments. Like, I'm sure I have a lot of friends who've heard many odd comments. Shoot, I got some myself. But here we go. We're at the Fruteria. This is it, guys. We are here. I think it's not mango season yet. Well, maybe it is. They got mangoes. But we're here for eggs. Let's find the eggs. Huevos, huevos, huevos. Huevos, huevos, huevos. Tortillas. I don't see any huevos. Disculpe. ¿Tienes huevos? Sí. Oh, okay. Buenos días. Huevos. 10. Let's get some fruit while we're here too. I think we need bananas. 100% we need bananas. See what these mangoes. They don't feel ripe. Yeah, they don't feel ripe. These ones, they feel okay. Maybe sit out for a day or two, but we get 2 mangoes. Maybe we'll get a grapefruit juice too. Yeah, we'll get a grapefruit juice. We got the avocados, that's good too. They have the tomatoes. It's like maybe I should get them now. Not sure. I mean, Becca only sent me here for a few things. Yeah, she only sent me here for a few things, but I don't know, if I see it, we got the cash, why not? Always gotta prioritize your health. This pair looks alright. No, naranja, grapefruit, like rose. It's not toronja. Okay. Uno. 233. So it came to 233 pesos. And I'm thinking about that watermelon. That thing is looking like I might need to get one. Nah, we'll be all right. We'll come back for it. It's not far away. Son 10 huevos. Sí, 10 huevos. Más huevos. I think we need more eggs. So I'm gonna get 50 pesos worth more, 50 pesos more of eggs. We eat a lot. Well, Nina eats a lot. So it looks like 50 pesos got me 4 more eggs. Actually, it got me more. It's like 3 more eggs, so actually 7 eggs. It's good. Just about 280 pesos, and I got 2 pears, thing of bananas, grapefruit juice, about 18 eggs, and I think 2 mangoes. It's crazy too, because I probably could have paid less at the market. So if you feel like going down to the Central Market, you can get better prices, but I'd rather the convenience of just being able to leave my house. But I gotta hurry up and get back. Becca's asking about why it's taking so long. Cause I had to do a YouTube video. Had to do something for you guys. Let me know if you have other questions. Like, the comments are the best place for you to figure out what it is that you may want to know. Somebody said I should do a video on gyms in the area, and I'm gonna do that. But as you can see, just me walking around, super safe. Don't feel threatened. Did have that issue last week with the police. I don't know if y'all know about that, but essentially we were riding around, police stopped us. Not everything was in order or whatever. I don't know, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was. Doesn't matter. They stopped us and they were like, hey, you need to pay a fine for whatever the case may be. Well, at first they were just saying, we're gonna tow your car and that's it. And I was like, okay, well, can I just go ahead and get it fixed? Don't worry, I'll go do it tomorrow. And they were like, no, we gotta tow the car now. And so they were just sitting there. And then I was like, is there anything we can do? And he was like, you can pay the fine. And I was like, well, what's the fine? He was like, 3,000 pesos. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. I was like, well, what if I did 1,500 pesos or 1,000 pesos? And he was like, okay, cool. And I was like, but I don't have the cash. I have to go to the ATM to get it out. And yeah, so then he was like, yeah, but you got to do it discreetly. And I was like, oh yeah, this is weird. And the cops were like rolling past, like there was a cop like at the end of the street, and so they would kind of like duck off, turn their lights off. And I was like, yeah, something's weird. So they left to go wait for me by the ATM. And so I just took my car inside and that was it. And I called a friend and she was like, yeah, it happens sometimes. So, these things are part of the travel. In Vietnam, I know if you had the 500, I think it's Dong, you were good. You could do whatever, You accidentally ran a light, or if something was out of order, 500, you good. And I know that that's not feasible for some people, But I would much rather pay than go to jail, because I know in the US I'm going straight to jail and it's not fun. But that's why we moved out here to Mexico. The big part too is people will teach you so much and they don't have to say anything. Like in Mexico, people care about their family, they care about enjoyment. They're not really on a lot of stuff. Like the people I meet, the people I talk to, they're like, why do you think that? Or why do you do this? And that's like just normal stuff that I think is regular. It's just like you realize you've been traumatized from the US or from wherever country you've been to. Buenos dias. It's been very enlightening to me. And when you go to these places, people, especially Americans, please open up. Please don't come in with this idea that you can come and change and make somebody better. Be open to their culture, their way of life, and don't come trying to push yours. I'm not doing that. I'm here to learn. I'm here to enjoy. I'm not here to push American culture. That stuff is toxic. I'm here to learn Mexican culture. I'm here to learn a language. There is one of the most important buildings out here, Yaxo. Hope you liked the video. If you're new to the channel, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you are not new to the channel, thank you for coming. Again, I'm gonna take these eggs and all this stuff and I'm gonna eat. If you're thinking about coming to Merida, we also do a service where we can help you find housing, help you find car, help you find all these things. So you can kind of circumnavigate a lot of the issues that you might have. Y'all have a nice day.